In the person, it's a dramatic monologue in the person of a little boy. So just imagine that I'm a little boy. When I was little, I'm much bigger now, I wanted a dog, a mangy brown dog. But Mom said no, and Dad said ask your mother. And Mom said, why not have a peach instead? So I did, and she did. But I still wanted a dog, a mangy brown dog. So I played in the sunshine and laughed in the rain, and threw rocks in the air when I saw an airplane, and waited till dusty day was night. But I still wanted a dog. Thought a cat might be nice, but not as nice as a dog, a mangy brown dog. Now Dad had a chair that was mangy brown. It was big and comfy, just perfect for Sunday. And me and my dad, we liked it just fine. But Mom said that recliner doesn't go with the walls. A love seat will be nicer when a visitor calls. Dad said no, and Mom said yes. And everyone knows who wins when it ends. So me and Dad's chair are out on the curb, and we'll be there till Tuesday when the garbage man comes. Unless I get me a dog, a mangy brown dog. The second poem is called The Limit Perfected Fish, and it is actually in the voice of a narrator who's addressing an actual goldfish sitting on a table. And the goldfish sees past the bowl. One fish in the bowl saw past her glass, past present, promised easiness, past her home become a sadness sack on learning living room. So she said, I'll sail the Persian rug, brave thickness thinned and begin to breathe. But oh my darling would-be walker, limits are not so literary. Those crutches kept in closets rotting, cry disused to unworn shoes. Old Tiny Tim, grown bitter-handed, had his children reprimanded with a cane. The incompleteness cat who greets you says, I'll be your ship, and eats you. Sink your lack of teeth in that, and I'll never catch a candle's flame, lit fist, rushed touch, and nothing but pain in a very dark room. And the last one is called The Garden of Eden Blues. It has a familiar cast of characters from Genesis, but updated to contemporary times. Playing a steel-stringed blues guitar, Cain is singing the same sad song, and the man who stops to listen, and the one who's going on, can hear him as he mumbles, is there any good in steel on wood? Like a sturdy winter Wednesday, Abel's all arrayed in gray. He'd like to bathe in ashes, but that's much too much display. He'll ask you if you ask him, is there any good in steel on wood? And the clove is Adam's pleasantry, his cigarette is balm. His gold is what he cannot say, the wind is Adam's wrong. He doesn't say it, but he thinks, is there any good in steel on wood? Bent into a rubber band, Eve is scrubbing at the floor. She's mopped its mud 1,000 times. It's as dirty as before. Her work is just a question. Is there any good in steel on wood? Say goodbye to Eden's gates. There's laundry on the wall. God's been a washerwoman ever since the fall. But she still sings a counterpoint to Cain's sad song. Is there any good? Steel on wood.